Hey there, baseball fans. Nathan Rohde and Shooter Hunt here with the latest episode of Coffee and Curveballs. Shooter, it seems like we've got a bunch of opening days going from college to Florida high schools on through the states. We got MLB opening day, but lots of action going on, lots to talk about, especially the 2020 rankings.
Yeah, you're right. Opening day all over the country, which is special, especially in those northern states. They've been itching to get out of the spring. But yes, this 2020 talented class, we got the rankings coming back up with an update.
Excellent. You can find the update coming on prepbaseballreport.com. Let's take a look at some of the guys that are kind of, trending upward in those rankings. You talk about 2020 class being extremely talented, so to work your way up in those rankings is pretty noteworthy. Let's talk about Nate Savino, a left-hander out of Northern Virginia, not far from where I grew up, so I'm definitely going to have to get out there and see him at some point. We had him pretty highly ranked in the first place, Shooter, but he's only going up.
Yeah, he's really knocking on the door of potentially moving into a top spot at some point. Left-handed pitching, highly valued by the MLB clubs at 6'3", 195. He's running his fastball into the low 90s. We've heard some rumblings of him getting up even higher as that temperature gets improves and the weather gets better there in Virginia. I would expect it to jump more, and he has a wipeout slider. It's just vicious on right-handers, just dives under that bat. And he's also a good athlete. He can swing the bat a little bit, so there's a lot of projection in that frame. Expect him to be highly valued on the summer circuit this summer by MLB scouts.
Excellent. Well, maybe we'll see that breaking ball a little later in the show. But out of Florida, left-handed hitter, Zach Veen, pretty good-looking frame, 6'4", 190. Took Matt Allen deep, who's one of the top right-handers in the country for the 19 class. What do we have on Veen?
Yeah, he turned that around real easy. It's a left-handed stroke, balanced approach to the plate, slightly uphill through the zone, but at 6'4", 190, it's long-limbed and highly projectable. He can pack on a ton of strength to that frame, and he's got that gap-to-gap power, obviously some home run power to the pull side that he's shown throughout the year. And Doug Freeman down in Florida has raved about this kid for years, and he's just starting to come into his own.
Yeah, he certainly is. What do we got on Jordan Walker out of Georgia, as well as Kyle Harrison from NorCal?
Now, Walker's a Duke commit out of Georgia who I really liked during the fall. 6'4", 195 pounds. Another guy who's long limb, was still growing into his frame a little bit. Could he stick at third? He's showing this spring that he's going to have a chance to at least start out at third base as he moves forward to the next levels. But right-handed bat, there's going to be power in there. He's getting stronger. It's quick hands, really solid approach from him. And then Kyle Harrison, guy that you and I both saw at the underclass area codes last year, UCLA recruit out of California, has been up to 91, and he's really done a great job of commanding the fastball on both sides of the plate and can also spin a really good curveball, 73 to 76, lands that thing to both sides of the plate. And when you get those left-handed arms, this 2020 class has a bunch of really good ones, especially in that top 100.
Excellent. Looking at the end of this week on Friday and Saturday, we've got the Midwest Select. It's the second annual event taking place at Grand Park in Westfield, Indiana. Shooter, neither of us will be able to make the trip this year, but doesn't mean we're not paying attention. We'll be watching from afar. What are you looking for out of the Midwest Select?
Well, I've closed the door on the 2020s. Now that these rankings are coming up, I'm looking to the 2021s. And the number one prospect in that 21 class is Luke Lito out of Michigan. He's going to be there. I will be glued to my Twitter. I'll be calling all the guys that are on at Grand Park to see how Luke Lito is getting after it.
Excellent. For me, I'm obviously going to have my eye on Avery Short, left-hander out of Southport High School. See how he performs. Had a good outing last week, striking out 14 batters of the 15 outs that he recorded. But also Ethan Verkrumba, very physical, athletic dude, stood out at the Super 60. Looking forward to seeing what he can do on the big stage like that. Just to make note, that event is April 12th and 13th, the end of next week. So be sure to follow guys at prepbaseballreport.com for more content. So, Shooter, obviously tons of baseball going on. It's not just southern states anymore. We got baseball all over the country, which means we have tons of submissions for the Bomb Squad. Who do we got to start us off this week?
Starting us off from Arkansas, Brian Walker sending this guy in from down there. Bubba Heinman, 2020 out of Arkansas, Bomb Squad.
Nice. Out of Illinois, Jason Hodges. Didn't take too long to get on this ball. hitting his first home run of the season. A big old bomb. Looking forward to seeing him at the NHSI this week.
Luke Storm, remember that name in that 20 class. Big, powerful power hitter from the left side. Sit back, watch this one fly. Good for you. Duke recruit.
Nice. And then out of NorCal, we got Xavier Carter with that big old left-handed swing. Just mashes this one.
And then finally, Robbie Ashford, not just a quarterback down in Alabama, but he's also swinging a hot stick. Check out those 2020 rankings. He rose there too.
Nice. On the other side, looking at the pitchers, we got Spin Zone this week. Last week, I went down to Wilmington, saw Blake Walston, left-hander, down near the beach, New Hanover High School. He's got 2 breaking ball shooter, sweeping slider, wipeout pitch, plus a curveball with a little more depth. He can really spin it.
Spin wins, baby. Nate Savino was just unfair. He's a cheat code right now. The big lefty out of Virginia just spinning it.
Excellent. And as we mentioned, Avery Short, he can spin it. Struck out 14 of the 15 outs he recorded in his outing last week. So there you have it. Spin Zone and Bomb Squad, plus a look at the Midwest Select and risers in the 2020 rankings. Be sure to head to prepbaseballreport.com to follow content all throughout the spring. And as always, for Shooter Hunt, I'm Nathan Rohde. This was Coffee and Curveballs. And until next time, we'll see you guys at the ballpark.